Here are 10 truths about the Ukraine-Russia war that the Western news media doesn't want you to hear. Number 10, the House of Dominoes is falling. Ukraine's President Zelensky told the G7 summit leaders yesterday in Germany that Ukraine won't last through the beginning of winter because it's running out of ammunition, weapons, and food. Number 9, the 2014 and 2015 Minsk agreements established a framework to stop the fighting in eastern Ukraine, wherein the Ukraine government allowed the pro-Russian separatists to remain in place and stop fighting. But Ukraine broke the agreement and repeatedly attacked the separatists. That was the cause of the war, as Russia and Belarus made clear in late 2021. Number 8, Russia has taken Severodonetsk and all major cities in eastern Ukraine and controls that entire area. Ukraine's military has withdrawn from eastern Ukraine. Number 7, Russia now has a clear route to the Black Sea ports in southern Ukraine, where Ukraine's military has totally withdrawn. Number 6, Russia, Ukraine, Germany, and France in Paris met on January 26, 2022, wherein Ukraine tentatively agreed to recognize Russia's annexation of Crimea, but just a few days later, Ukraine withdrew from that agreement. Number 5, Ukraine has done a terrible job integrating foreign mercenaries into its military. Just over this past weekend, recruits arriving at the position of the 97th Battalion of the 60th Infantry Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were shelled by the same people they were supposed to be joining. The mercenaries fired back and caused Ukrainian casualties. Number 4, only about 40% of the weapons the U.S. has supplied to Ukraine have actually reached Ukraine's military forces, because Russia has effectively disrupted the supply lines. Number 3, the explosion and fire at a Ukrainian mall appears to have come not from Russian missiles, but from the detonation of an arms stockpile Ukraine had stored right next to the mall. Number 2, Hungary, a member of the European Union and NATO, refuses to go along with Western sanctions against Russia. And number 1, the American economy and the economy of Western Europe has suffered far more harm from Western sanctions than has Russia. And that's the truth.